Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. In Arizona 2 days ago, an death execution was performed. Yet, there is lots of voices about it. People are pointing fingers once again at the execution. And of course, there's defense part talking about everything being perfect. So, was it perfect? Was it not? On a larger scale, though, do punishment still make sense? Or anyway, and from a constitution point of view, from a legal right point of view, from equality point of view, from victim point of view, well, there are lots of questions that needs to be answered. Every time, there's almost a rule, when I'm puzzled with questions, I surrender. I turn myself to professionals. So today, joining me in the discussion is my good friend, Mr. Bin Lee, his attorney, outstanding attorney of Southern California, that we all rely upon. So every time like this. So welcome to this show.
Thank you. Welcome to you, and I'm so pleasure. It's an honor to be on your show.
Yeah. So it was quite a while since the last time you were on the show, but something was regarding something less stressful than this one. Well, this one I call it stressful because, left or right or whatever, you always find yourself being, questioned from all angles.
Sure.
What's your take about the whole thing? Well, including the part that there's so many voices are coming out.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think you said that you're giving up on the answers, but I don't think I will never dare to say I will be the answer for all your questions.
But at least your attorney, right?
I myself
you're the one.
As I said, the legal system, itself, no matter how perfect, how great it is, it can never be perfect.
All right.
So nothing is perfect. We always strive for the answer. So just all the questions, concerning this is just like many other legal issues.
Sure.
Are always striving for the best answer. But there's no perfect answer.
Okay. All right.
So it may be better answers, but I don't think there's a perfect answers. So this case, I think as to the. I think you mentioned about the U.S. Constitution. So I think the first issue we're going to say is, the execution of Mr. Wood, it took about 2 hours, 1 hour and 57 minutes for him to die. Is it too unusual and cruel punishment? That's a question.
That's number one.
Well, then because of this reason, then a lot of people say, well, maybe we just go back to the execution squad and just hold a gun and shoot. It's just you die instantaneously.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe that's less cruel and
even better,
unusual. Maybe this could be better. You maybe hand people. Like we used to
have,
so all kind of argument is coming back, and people even then go to the extreme. Then people come to the ultimate questions about whether we need to just abandon the death sentence or not. Many of the like European countries, in Western Europe, most of them abandoned the death sentence.
They use the skeletons.
That's even faster. But then here in the United States, many states they don't have death sentence, but many states they do. So this is always a dispute.
All right.
So I think the first issue we're going to explore is whether the 1 hour, this kind of lethal injection, took about 2 hours to die.
All right.
Is it cruel? Is it unusual punishment? That's an open question for people, really.
But things that looks to me, the way I look at it, at least from one window, people seem to be confused in between legal matter and medical matter.
And also moral matter as
well. Moral matter. If you drag in moral matter, we're talking about justice matter. Right? And legal matter, justice matter, moral matter, and medical
Medical
matter.
matter. Sure.
For a person to die in a prolonged period, during a prolonged period, seems to me a medical problem, medical issue.
Yeah,
Rather,
if you notice that some of
else.
the injection, you know, they're
What's
like
your take about that being a medical issue?
well, I think you know, in the if you know the execution by lethal injection, you know that a lot of the things they put into your body is the anti-pain.
The cocktail.
Yeah, there's something to drug to let you don't have any feeling about all the pains and anything.
Yeah, all right.
So, and something puts you to sleep and things like those. So it appeared to be very humane, although the process is long. But at least the long process was not very It was not painful. That's by of course, I don't. What was your legal ground for that? This is by reading a lot of medical report about the lethal injection for the death sentence. You know, that's why it takes so long.
The report says that the guy was snoring.
Yeah, exactly. He's a
Was
sound
snoring
sleep, deep sleep.
Yeah, sound sleep.
Right.
If there is any pain, he will act like struggling as if, right?
Exactly.
And he will crank, something like that.
Exactly.
So
he's not
he was
struggling.
snoring all the time. He made about, according to this report, says that 600 of the inhale and outhale. More than that, peacefully and evenly, every 5 seconds or something. Right.
Yeah.
So, well, it doesn't look wrong to me.
Well,
Why
from the
people-
medical standpoint of view, I don't think, you know, personally, you know, by reading the report and, you know, the news report and also some of the doctor's statement, it doesn't seem like it's a painful process. Although it's long, but it's not painful.
Yeah, it's long, right? Long.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that even during the process of doing that, over the 1 hour and 57 minutes, the defense attorney tried to call it off.
The Supreme Court
through the judge.
Right.
So, well, probably by this we can get some education from you in the process of executing something legally. So, does anybody, defense or the plaintiff part or whatever, has a right to
prosecutor.
call off anything? Prosecutor. Yeah.
Well, the prosecutor side, they both have the rights to appeal and then to the upper court. And if they find something unusual, they could always appeal, especially in the criminal cases.
I see.
And for the death sentence, the people on the death sentence roll, you know, the justice system give them extra leeway for them to appeal to catch anything which is abnormal because of the constitutional rights, the 18th,
it's not only in the
Amendment.
process of prosecuting, but once the determination is made, and
well,
decisions made,
you know,
actions taken, you still have the leeway to call it off.
Remember, but you call it off is not because of the you know, the sentence part. That's the sentence is all done. Okay, but the Court of Appeal, everything's all completed. The issue is they can find something else. Okay, if you notice that this time, the same thing, they say, hey, during the process, it's too painful, it's unusual, it's unusual punishment. It's violation of his 8th Amendment rights. So he's using all these kind of, it's not like his merit of this case, it's something else.
Okay.
You see, there's some other case laws in the past. You have you know, during the process, you know, when the person's on the death row, they found out. Even the person on the death row, she admitted that she's guilty. But the thing is, during the process, when the prosecutor take the testimony that she committed, she confessed she's guilty. That part, the prosecutor failed to record the whole process.
Oh, I see.
There's only notes and stuff. So therefore, you know, then the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court says, oh, no, this is not enough, you know, to hold her on the death row. So that they kick out all the death sentence. See,
so
this is not
can
something
can we confirm one thing? The law system allows all possibilities and try to every revenue possible already.
Defense attorney, they will do everything possible.
Yeah,
to find
they have done everything. They used up all resources. Everything, down to a point that the verdict is made, decisions made, execution is is conducted, right?
Right.
So during the conduction of the execution, still there's a leadway. If you find something extra,
Yeah, you
still
can do that.
You can still do that.
Ex
right?
parte, you can do that ex parte.
I see. So in that case, our law system is. I know it is not perfect, but it's very good already.
It is. Look at the whole process. A person on the death row in many states will takes at least around like 10 years.
This guy
or more.
took 20 years.
Yeah, 25 years.
25 years.
For you to be
sure,
from the
sure.
person of your
Finally,
verdict to the time
Right,
of your
sure,
death.
sure,
You know,
right.
that shows the whole process. Okay, you can make numerous appeals.
Of course, of course.
You know.
All right. So back to my audience today. The discussion about the Arizona death execution. Well, not the execution. Is my good friend, Mr. Ben Lee. He is an outstanding attorney of Southern California, and also he's an advocate of the community that we rely upon him a lot for his mind of justice and for his willing to serve. So let's take a very short moment. When we come back, we'll find out between the four matters, the legal, medical, moral, and the justice, how can we balance ourselves? You mentioned the word balance, right? Okay, so stay with us.